This is Studio B Sessions, our series of conversations and in-studio performances with Missouri musicians. I'm Connor McGovern. The January Lanterns are a husband and wife duo. Their most recent album came from early morning musical sessions on their deck. And as parents of young kids, they say their music has become a form of therapy and love. The January Lanterns, Andrew and Kristen Camp, came by KBIA's Studio B and talked with us about their music and their album For the Kids When They're Older, released last January. And they played a set for us in Studio B. Here's our first edition of our series, Studio B Sessions. Enjoy!
This song is called A Little Closer. We snuck away for our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we snuck away to Arizona. Flagstaff, Arizona.
It's great.
It's like anywhere that you go in Flagstaff, 30 minutes you can find a treasure. It's so beautiful. And we snuck away, just Andrew and I, and it was really, really a special time to just remember our 10 years, being married together. We've been through a lot, and there was this giant mountain that Andrew wanted me to climb. It was called Mount Humphreys.
Mount Humphreys, yeah.
And it's the tallest mountain in Arizona.
When you think Arizona, you don't think mountains too, but it's pretty
it
northern.
Was pretty epic.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, I don't know if I can do that. That's too scary. You've carried the load a time or two.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Every day that we would look at the mountain, it'd have like this big storm cloud surrounding it because storms can just come in out of nowhere. And so I really felt like that was a metaphor for just this album. I was so scared to release it because it felt like the storms of life could just cut it off at any moment. With everything with COVID, it's like things are getting better. No, they're not. They're definitely not. But through it all, we were able to climb to the top of Mount Humphreys Peak. And it was so beautiful. And it was something that we got to do together. Nobody else did it for us. It was us, And so I think after we climbed that mountain, we got back and we just really started talking about, let's just do this. It doesn't matter what storms of life come. Like, we've got to just put it out there. It's important.
Yeah. Like, nobody might, I might not do well, whatever doing well in the music business means, but, let's just put it out there and see what happens.
I'm fine. Paradise is close and calling, it can wait. Our love is split for ways, don't forget.
So then we finally, after we got back from the trip, we actually put the record on in our home for the first time in a year. And here I am bawling, and that all the songs, I realized how much they meant to us, and our daughter was listening. Mommy, what does this song mean? I love this song, Mommy. And that's when we kind of realized this is for the kids when they're older. And so that's what the title is. We're the kids. Our kids are the kids. The next generation is the kids. Anybody listening is the kids. It's for them when they're older.
Happen like that. I thought I loved you and I saw you next. Don't try to pick it up, just be free. All our plans crumbled into the trash. I never knew love happened like that.
We've been playing those songs live for a long time, and it just seemed like it's time to print them and not move on, we'll never think about them again, but print them. They're in the world, and then now we can start a new like I don't know,
musical journey. Yeah.
round of songs and stuff.
But yeah, I think what made us finally decide is that we had these, 11 songs that really felt like a story. Like it's like you put on our record and you can hear the story unfold throughout it.
Like the first song is called On the Bus, and actually it's referring to like Chris and I were bus buddies in high school. When we would go on these like show choir and choir trips, we would like drive to San Antonio and we were bus buddies. And so the first song is called On the Bus. Just because of that. We had a blast. We had like a super great group of friends and had tons of fun. And we, like Kristen and I singing together just it didn't skip a beat. Like it's just the thing that we did. We thought our life was a musical.
I mean, we were just friends at first and we would still sing in talent shows together and, just as a friendship. And so I think music and friendship is like the invisible string that's kind of held us together. Like we genuinely love being around each other. Now we did go through a really hard time in our marriage where it was really rough, but I'd say like remembering our friendship and our music really helped keep us together and find each other again through it all. Yeah. Our big mantra as the January Lanterns is telling the stories that need to be told. And so we never want to shy away from something that's really important to be told just because it's taboo or not talked about very often. These are the hard things that need to be told and need to be shared. We became parents at a really, really young age. I think we were 23. We were newly married, did not know what to do. That's where faint line comes in when we saw the pregnancy test and there was, that line showing us, yep, you're going to be parents and your whole lives are changing. But we went through a lot in those early years. And there was one point where I just looked at Andrew and I was like, what do you want from me? Like, I have nothing left to give. We are just at our bitter end. And I said, so what do you want from me? And I thought he was going to list off all these things that he wanted me to do better or be better at. And instead he just said, I want to wake up and have coffee with you on the deck in the morning.
Didn't ever plan for this. Did we even talk this through? You say that we did. Can I be a father when I'm still a kid?
And I was totally shocked. I was like, you want to do what? And so we started getting up at 5 a.m. before all the kids woke up, and we started having coffee on the deck. And that is where the January Lanterns was born. So those are the early moments. And so we started working through a lot of our trauma through songwriting. It came out really naturally. It was, there were some really hard moments in those early mornings, but slowly over time we started working through a lot of it through songwriting. And we were like, what if we just didn't make this perfect and we just did this, music thing? And so that's when we started dreaming up the name for the band and what it would be about. And so those were kind of the early moments of that. Can I be a mother when I'm still a kid?
To hold your hand, to hold your hand, to hold your hand.
too. Just the song, like The Preacher's Room, is a pretty like personal song. It's kind of like a blues song without it being blues. Like it's all the worst things that have kind of happened to us and some pretty bad memories. And it talks about like hard times have come. I hope they're through. Hard times have come. I hope there might be more. And like there probably will. I mean, it's just life. There probably will be hard times, and we've gotten through them together.
That song still
and
makes me cry every
yeah, I
time
know.
we sing
And we've
it.
gotten
Like,
through them.
brings me right
We've gotten
back
through
to
them
those
together,
moments.
and that's what I don't know. Remembering that song, it's kind of a mantra. Yes. I would say, we love the idea of like the kids watching their mom and dad like do something together and meaningful. Like we think that will not just carry on and like, oh, that's a cool thing they did. Like it will teach them to do things together themselves, or to do something that's maybe hard or not easy.
Hard times are coming, I hope they're through. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And so we just wanted to be that model for them, to show them they can do hard things. They can do things that will take time, that require patience. And so that was a big thing, but I guess just the message too of like, hey, we went through these things. You're probably going to go through this too. And then your kids will, and you're like, life is hard and great all at the same time.
One of the pieces of our album art is my grandpa's original leather art that he crafted. And we wanted this generational storytelling to be passed down to our kids. This isn't just about us, it's about our parents and our grandparents. And this isn't, you can zoom in on the little moments that we have throughout our album, but they connect to these larger universal themes of being a human. And so passing those along to our kids, realizing that it's okay to mess up. It's okay to make a decision that you wish you hadn't made. And we were able to use songwriting as a form of therapy. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say that you're not okay. So, yeah.
Guess I had to learn that the hard way. Drove on 2 lanes, but it looked like 4. My kids watch me fall through the door. Hard times are coming, there might be more. Ooh, 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 time's clarity in the worst kind of way. The path seemed clear before the avalanche came. A message in a broken bottle in a sea of grace. But sometimes when I pray, I don't feel safe.
Yeah, we've had such a positive response from our lyrics that I don't really feel nervous or scared, because I do feel like it's such a strong connection. And even if you haven't, like I said earlier, even if you haven't gone through that specific zoomed in moment in our lives, you probably can connect with the larger theme of the song in one way or the other. It's interesting because, we had a lot of kids really early in our marriage, but we have some dear friends that struggle with infertility. and our song What I'm Going Through, which talks about just move me past what I'm going through. Like, I can't take another second of it. Just move me past it. It's their favorite song. So although we didn't write it for that purpose, that's what they're hanging on to. And so it's really special to be able to connect, although it may not be with the exact story that we have. There's these larger themes of just being human and living this, hard and beautiful life. And then flyover country, we've had friends tell us like, oh, I really want my friends that are going through a really hard marriage to listen to this song. We've had friends be like, what is your marriage advice? We're like, I don't know, go to a counselor, get therapy. But, we've just had a lot of people reach out in such a positive way that I hope it empowers them. And yeah.
Wasted all these words spitting out, 'cause it's too cold. Wandering through the woods now, second hand is moving slower still. Sparks fly, even though there's no flint here. If we had coals, our feast could fix a fasting fire, but my eyes spill on the mound. We dug, we're in flyover country. Only when we talk about it, only when we talk about it. Take your seatbelts off, this could take a while. Never wanna fight like this. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Fields fall in love with fireflies, makes me think there's hope. Elusive, gone into the dark. Catch a few, please, just a few. Fly slow, take the scene in, don't wanna get there too soon. While we're here, at least we are still fighting for eyes, for eyes. We're in flyover country.
Only when we talk about it, only when we talk about it. Take your seatbelts on, this could take a while. Never wanna fight like this. Seems like we can't land here. There's no dead end, the highway's clear. The thunder won't let us fall. The clouds are gone, the puddles dry. Never wanna fight like this. Why is it so silent? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's my head?
Where's my head?
Where's my head?
Where's my head?
Where's my Where's my head?
Where's my head?
Where's my
That was Flyover Country taking us out for this first edition of Studio B Sessions with the January Lanterns. Thanks to Kristen and Andrew Camp, they are the January Lanterns, for the music and the conversation here at KBIA. I'm Connor McGovern. We'll be back next week with the next edition of Studio B Sessions, featuring in-studio music and conversation with the Burney Sisters. The Burney Sisters played a set and chatted with us in Studio B, right here at KBIA. We'll hear that conversation this time next week on Studio B Sessions. Studio B Sessions is produced by Abigail Ruman, Sarah Petrovich, Aaron Hay, Janet Saidi, and me, Connor McGovern. Our digital team is Beth Burton, Lauren Hubbard, Tia Maggio, and Jamie Baker. Thanks to KBIA's Kyle Felling, Mark Johnson, and Ryan Famuliner. I'm Connor McGovern. See you next week.